Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today Appa is going to make pork leg vinegar. Now, the name suggested pork leg. Should we use front leg or back leg? Well, basically there's no right or wrong. Today Appa is actually using the front leg. So what's the difference between front and back? Mainly, number one, the size is different. Front leg is usually smaller. The one Appa is using today is somewhere around 2 kg. I'm using about close to half of it here. Okay, so but if you are using back of the leg at the back, then it is usually at least 3 kg. So half of it will already be 1.5 kg, so a lot bigger. And secondly, is the fattiness. Front leg more lean, back leg more fatty. And one more thing, if you are the person who go for a lot of tendon, then back leg has a lot more tendon. Okay, so no right or wrong, you decide which part you actually prefer. So usually Appa will ask the butcher to cut it into smaller pieces for me because it's almost impossible for us to cut at home. And today, Appa actually got it from my usual butcher, which is from Berkshire's, and I have something very special today, which is this.
Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
This is the meat taken out from the pork knuckles, the pork hock. So everything here is lean meat, but taken out from the pork leg itself. So this is going to be really nice, just nice for my family. Appa is the only one who's going to eat the meat, the skin. Yeah, the tender skin here. My family, they don't eat, they only eat the meat. So you are cooking for a family, so sometimes you may need to adjust to see, to try to adjust to everyone's different taste and different liking. And that's the toughest part, being a home cook, isn't it? Tell Appa what's your biggest challenge in your kitchen. Anyway, let's continue with the ingredient here. Now, the second thing about tercacho, many people in their mind is always, which dark vinegar should I be using? Should I, how much of, is it sweetened or non-sweetened, or how many should I mix and everything? Now, the simplest, most basic, won't go wrong formula, okay? There are so many formula around the market, but the simplest, won't go wrong formula is using the sweetened vinegar. Okay, any brand will do. Sweetened vinegar. Okay, it is not the normal dark vinegar, but the sweetened vinegar. And what you want is, this is somewhere around 500 ml. So you want a ratio of 1 ratio of sweetened dark vinegar with another 1 ratio of water. So if this is 500 ml, this is also 500 ml, 1 to 1. This is the simplest formula that you will not go wrong. It will taste really good. Okay? For some people may say, Appa, can I add more dark vinegar and this and that? Well, you have to go and form your own formula then. Alright? But this itself will give you perfect ratio. Sweetened dark vinegar and water. 1 to 1. So sometimes if this two is not enough, you can actually add a bit more. So when you add a bit more of the dark sweetened vinegar, you can add a bit more water as well. So that is a part on the vinegar part. Then you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of rock sugar inside and a lot of ginger. Now, as to how much ginger you want to put really depends on you. If you are making it for confinement, you can use double or even triple amount of this. Okay, this is like 1 bowl, and you want to crush it. Yeah, and few things here. You want to bruise the ginger, and you don't have to remove the skin. Just wash it thoroughly enough. Don't have to wash because the ginger is actually has a lot of nutrient inside. And today we are going to use the pressure cooker from La Gourmet, which is going to lock in all the nutrient inside the tercacho later. Okay, so and bruise it, and later we are going to dry roast it for a while to really bring the flavor even further. And some people will add few pieces of dried chili. go ahead. That will actually give it more kick. Appa will not add today because my family doesn't take spicy. Okay, but if Appa is cooking for my own, I will put the dry chili. All right. So and next step is the most important step, which is to blanch the pork. You must never skip the blanching process, especially with any meat that comes with bone. Okay, because later I'm going to show you why. So prepare some cold water, put in the pork. This is already washed. I can also put in this as well, the pork hog. So here I'm going to put in some ginger and some Shaoxing wine. Notice I actually put in all the pork inside cold water. Then only we raise the heat. So once it is boiling, let it boil for about a minute or two. Then we can actually take out the pork and the bones and to wash it. Okay, this is very important. Do not put the pork inside the boiling water. If you do that, then it will actually reduce the efficiency of this particular blanching process. So why do we want to blanch? Basically, you are actually trying to remove the excessive blood from the pork itself, and that after doing this, you will be able to remove at least 80 to 90% of the gamey smell from the pork itself. Okay, this is after starting boiling for about a minute or two. You can see all these, is it called clumps? All these scrum or clump, I forgot. Anyway, all these brown color form that come out, all these are actually the excessive blood. And these are what makes your pork gamey. Okay, so by removing this, your pork will be removed by all gamey, unnecessary gamey smell. Okay, so after that, you can actually take out the pork, and we are going to wash it nicely under water. After which, your blanching process is complete. Okay, next step is to quickly dry roast the ginger. This will actually reduce, get rid of some of the moisture from the ginger, and therefore it will have a much stronger gingery taste. We can just dry roast it. Dry roast meaning we don't put any oil, yeah? Dry roast it for about a minute or two. Then after which we can combine everything together in the pressure cooker. Alright, now we can this is the stainless steel, this is the non-stick, yeah? The non-stick pot for the pressure cooker. So why Appa want to use pressure cooker? Basically very simple. If you want to use normal pot to cook your pork leg until it is super tender, it will take you minimum 1.5 hours to 2 hours easily. Appa tried before. So sometimes 1.5 hours also not tender enough. So but if you use a pressure cooker, it will be super tender everything within about less than 1 hour. Actually, the exact cooking time is somewhere plus minus only about 30 minutes inside the pressure cooker. That is the beauty of pressure cooker. And we have the dry roasted ginger. You can put some hard-boiled egg inside also if you like, no problem. This is the 2 tablespoons of rock sugar. 500 ml of sweetened dark vinegar, another 500 ml of water, and you want to make sure everything is nicely submerged. Now another good thing about using pressure cooker is that comparing to the conventional wok is that the water will not reduce. Therefore, you don't have to put as much water inside. Even if you reduce it, it will be very, very little bit. Everything is locked inside, therefore all the nutrient is also locked inside. Many people ask me, Appa, if I want to buy a multi-cooker, which one should I go for? Go for a pressure cooker, especially this one Appa recently bought from Leg Gourmet. I'll tell you more reason why later. Okay, so we have everything here. Then we can actually move it to the pressure cooker. Okay, put it in, side here, cover. So this this one, can you see this part? And this particular triangle, this direction, put in here like this, and then turn, lock it. Okay, this locking mechanism is actually very important, especially for pressure cooker, because some people actually scared their pressure cooker will explode. All these electric pressure cooker, they never explode because of, especially this one, it has a lot of safety feature. So after you lock it, you make sure the valve, the steamer valve is at seal. Okay, later I will show you this one, and then we want to set this is, I'm using steel, about 35 minutes, maybe, okay lah, I think 35 minutes can lah. Just like that. Just press one button, there are so many preset buttons here, press one button and it will cook by itself. So it will cook inside for about 35 minutes, yeah? And of course, when you see this, it is telling you it is now trying to build out the pressure. It will take a couple of minutes. Then after that, it will start cooking inside for 35 minutes, then it is done. Of course, there is another stage which is the releasing of the steam part. And that is the part where actually you have few options with this particular pressure cooker. The most recommended one is to let it release the pressure by itself automatically, which will take probably about 10 to 15 minutes, slowly reducing, okay, slowly releasing the pressure. Another thing, it also gives you an option to manually release by this button here, okay. So you actually got two options. So let Appa show you. This is the steam releasing valve. Okay. Usually try not to touch it, and you can see from here you have the release and seal. So when you want to cook it, always turn it over to seal. When you want to release it, you can actually push it over to release. If you want to manually release it. But if you do that, remember the steam will be releasing from here, so therefore it can be very hot. Don't use your hand. Use probably a chopstick to just turn it. Or another option, if you want to manually release it, you can actually, there is one button here. This is one manual button you can press where it can also release the pressure. So besides the cover sensor, it also has a child lock to prevent the kids from accidentally press any button from it. Actually, Appa has used few different pressure cooker before. One of the very special, unique thing about this particular Leg Gourmet 6-liter pressure cooker is this, of course, the one-touch pressure release button. I've never seen this in any other brand before. So this is really, and the best thing is you press here, the steam releases here. So it's very safe. Yeah, it's actually very safe. But to take note, only the 6 liters version comes with this one-touch button. The 4 liters doesn't come with this button. Let's talk a little bit more on time saving. Just now, Appa already mentioned, if I were to use a normal pot or wok to cook this tokacho until it is super tender, it would take me even up to 2 hours. Okay, but now I'll be cooking only for about 35 minutes. Can you see how much difference? At least 70%, minimum 70% faster. And because of this, it actually is going to be so much energy saving for you. Okay, so good for your environment, and also it will save your electrical bill. And don't forget, all this pressure cooker lock everything up, and just now Appa mentioned that the water won't even reduces inside. So it managed to, not only it managed to speed up the cooking process, but it also maintained the food taste quality and lock in all the ingredient inside. Appa has been using pressure cooker for I think at least 10 years for now. And so far actually this one by La Gourmet is the most innovative one that I have seen. Okay, and then something extra from this particular La Gourmet set is that it actually comes with another second box. Yeah, the accessory is not just come with one box itself, but a second box. To be very frank, this is one of the very few kitchen equipment that Appa personally go and approach that particular brand and say, hey, can I recommend your product to my followers? Because even before I got it, I already know this is a very good product because I have been using pressure cooker for many years. And I became so interested with their product after seeing all the features. Yeah. So this is the second box accessory. Let's see what you're going to get here. So besides the non-stick coated pot we used just now, it also comes with another stainless steel pot. Look at this. Ooh, another stainless steel pot, very high quality stainless steel pot. And you also have a steamer rack inside, a lid cover. So you can either use this or use the cap or this lid. And this one, my goodness, something for you to do double boil. Appa always want to buy a double boil machine, which can cost me few hundred ringgit. Then no, I don't have to buy that anymore because all this comes together in one whole set. And then this is also another steamer rack that you can actually put inside here. So you can actually cook something at the bottom and steam something else on top. How many things you can make? There are a total of 17 presets program, I think, of 14 or 17 different presets program on this particular machine. You can even do black garlic. My goodness, black garlic. Wow. If you know how to make black garlic at home, go ahead. It's going to make your soup so much nicer. And you can also do sous vide and slow cooking, gaba rice, and many more, and even baby food. Okay, so but by the way, one thing about this, Appa always wanted to put a ceramic pot inside my old pressure cooker, but I don't dare to do it because I scared the ceramic pot will actually break under pressurized environment. But this one actually gives this to you by itself, so you know for the fact, you know for sure that this one will not break under pressure. Okay, this will not break under pressure. So this is something perfectly thought of by La Gourmet, and something seriously, I really salute to them for this particular product by La Gourmet. Seriously. I almost forgot, they also give you a tong, okay, for you to take all those panas thing in and out. Yeah. And in very near future, I will try to make other videos to show you how to use this pot and how to use this double boil function also. Actually, I asked them why is it we want to give us a separate stainless steel pot. They actually say because this is a non-stick. The first one is a non-stick. So when it is non-stick and if you put something which is a little bit sharp like big bones or things like that inside here, sometimes it may break, it may scratch the non-stick coating. Right? So therefore they give us a stainless steel pot like that. Can you imagine how thoughtful they are? But today, even though I'm cooking a lot of bones, but I did not use stainless steel is because some people, they don't very feel comfortable using stainless steel to cook vinegar. Okay, that's the only reason. So I'm using back the normal non-stick. Okay, this is after it has automatically released the pressure by itself. I did not use any manual release button just now. Let it slowly release by itself. Actually, that is the best recommended way. Okay, so unless you're really in a hurry, then only you use this. Okay, so but if you want to use this manual release, you may want to wait until give it about 2-3 minutes because it is still very boiling inside. Yeah. So once how do you know the pressure is fully released? Basically, it will take about 15 minutes by automatically release. And second thing is you are going to see this red button. Just now it was actually pop out. Now it's actually went down. So if it went down, then there is a time where you can actually open it. Okay. Okay. So this is when everything is done, and you can actually see how tender it is by moving this. See? You can feel how tender is this. Super tender, right? And to achieve this kind of effect using normal pot, 2 hours. Now I actually did it within about half an hour, cooking time about half an hour. Okay, so I hope if you want to know more about this particular La Gourmet Pressure Cooker, I will put the info inside the video description. If you like my video, do share my video out on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Alright, thank you very much. Bye bye.